Okay, so welcome to Interrupted by Trains. This is our monthly poetry art gathering.
It's called kudzu, named for a plant that I never see here, but back on the southeast, it's literally taking over everything. It covers buildings. It drapes over. It doesn't look like ivy, but when you're at a distance, it reminds you of that way of draping and covering. The thing with kudzu is if there was kudzu on this back fence and I was standing here, overnight it would wrap up my feet and be half up my knees. We could take naps out in the swamp and the kudzu would start to wrap around your toes just in an hour. And kudzu was brought to America after emancipation in order to create animal feed, in order to create sturdy vines and trellises, because the white folks ain't know how to do shit once the black folks stopped doing it for them. So they were like, what if we bring this invasive species that grows at a ridiculous rate to do labor for us? And they did. And then they also thought it was purty, so they were like, oh, we put it everywhere. Now it's taking over everything, and I love kudzu. It's super useful. It has a lot that can go into it, but they've been trying to eradicate it since, 1890 or so, and no, they can't. And so that's what this poem is about. I call it kudzu, and kudzu for me just reminds me of the brilliance and non-destroyability of black people. Kudzu. We are the kudzu growing from your grave, spreading like wildfire to dismantle your empires brick by brick. Seeping through the walls you've made, we corrode your foundations. Foundations built in blood and bone and brick. We are coming for your children. We are coming with your progeny, infecting your seed so that they speak our language and not yours. We have learned from your tactics. We are coming for your God, a God who boasts, if you suffer enough, I might love you. If you follow all the right instructions, I might look down in sympathy. If you do exactly as I say, I might set you free. That's not a God at all. That's not a demon. That's a lie. A lie created in a white man's head before he was even ever a white man. We are kudzu, spreading fast, growing in abundance despite being boosted onto this land that wasn't even yours to begin with, and it cuts you. How we've survived, we've thrived within and around systems you created to destroy us. We are kudzu, and it cuts you, don't it? When we bloom in blankets of pink, purple, and red, and clouds of pesticides that you're spewing, poisons that hurt you more than they hurt us. Wheezing and gasping in your own Levittown ticky-tacky house, trying to open the window to get fresh air. But it cuts you. We are kudzu, smothering the crop fields and the graze lands that you used us to produce, reabsorbing the nutrients that you leached from us, siphoning hydrangea, boxwood, and Bermuda grass, creeping over and up, forming castles in the places you've abandoned, and it cuts you. We are kudzu, every kink and curl, every hyperpigmented spot, every dark skin, red bone, high yellow hue, drought tolerant, fireproof, and UV resistant, thriving, growing in abundance despite being boosted onto this land that wasn't even yours to begin with. We are coming, no, we are becoming God. If you follow all the right instructions, we might look down in sympathy. If you do exactly what we say, we might set you free. We were never under your control, and it cuts you. I get passionate about plants.
A-Z, ABC, easy as 1, 2, 3. A great way to start a poem is with A. A is proper. Straight A's in school. I remember I cried when I got my first B. Atypical. Weirdo, geek, freak. My mom would ask me, why couldn't I just be a normal girl? Asphyxiation, adulteration, aberration, askew. A is a figment of my imagination. A is alliteration, admiration, astute to be the kid of school, not be an asshole. Learn how to answer, when the teacher, preacher, white man spoke. A isn't even A. A is ah. Amen. Arrest. America. A is where the alphabet starts and where hopes end. A is the top, the standard to compare to. A is unattainable, negligible, absolutely fucking ass acrobatics, drowning in aquatics, asthmatic, arithmetic, not adding up. Alone, allure, abyss. Amicable, a little strange. Amorous, always asking about my day. A is for love, amor. A is the gold standard. If I gave you a letter, it would be A. Ah, oh, ooh, I would give you those too. A is where I was born, Arizona. A is a 4-letter word. A is all I think about. A is what they would stamp on my forehead. A is a one-way road. A is everything I search for and all I adore. A is all that and more. A is everything. Evermore. A is me. A is lost in the soup. A is doing all it can to recoup from the pressure of always being on top. A needs a rest, alone time, child alimony, an answer, a prayer, an echo, a silence, a fucking moment to breathe. A is talked about too much. A is somebody else's approval. A is dancing on a tightrope. A is 99.999% and nothing more and nothing less. A has all the meaning. A has lost all meaning. A is abstract. A is conceptual. A is subjective. A isn't even a letter. Alpha male, lost. Alpha woman, aloft, across, attunement. A is what Christ died on. A is an upside down V with a stick in its mouth. A is a sentiment, a sediment washed across lands by a river. A knows every language and knows how to whisper. A is staring at me when I go to sleep. A has no end, no beginning. It is all ends. It begins every sentence. A is all I hear in my head. Aggressive, ambitious, astounding. A is my best friend and my worst enemy. A, I love you. Thank you. That's A. I'm gonna give you a B too. Let's see what B is all about.
Hello, hello, hello. Today is not tomorrow. Stay alive, stay awake. This is limited time we borrow. If time is all that we have, then why bask in the sorrows? You're perfect as you are. Forget what the world has taught you. I heard that what you run from, you end up chasing. So I keep this mind still to sow the fruits of all my labors. I am not limited to this body. Became an observer of my mind instead of impulsively chasing hotties. I stopped looking for answers and the truth came to me. Now I believe in miracles like Beyonce saying to me shit. I believe in miracles, say, I believe in miracles, say, I believe in miracles. Somebody called me crazy. They called me crazy because I rejected the praise and chose liberation. Some call it delaying gratification. I call it faith in God. Saturated in the mother's graces. There's no limits now. I'm a star. Love and liberation. Love is liberation. You can feel it in the vibration. Come touch me. It's intoxicating. I've never been higher. Who knew that love would take me this far? Blinded by bliss, but each step I take, I'm united with God. I woke up this morning, so I have the chance to awaken. I'll sing until the bells tolls and all souls are liberated. Hello, 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 today is not the past. You're worthy of redemption, heartbreak never lasts. Shorty of your dreams left, guess it was time to wake up. Burn up all this karma, and instead of searching for it, I became love. I leave you with this here, stay alive, stay awake. You're beautiful, life is worth living, you set the pace. If you don't think you can make it, you can lean on me. We'll take it step by step until the truth is in your reach. You can cry, there's no hurry, just know that you're living proof that God made love when God made you. Thank you to everyone who performed tonight, because I was not going to do that, but I felt so inspired. I was like, yeah, I want to do that one again.